All right, welcome back to MMA Al Dente. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe and all that horse shit. Jingliang versus Daniel Rodriguez. Not even a very close fight, just maybe a very bad decision. But I could have seen D-Rod winning at the end. It occurred to me, and I did bet on him to win a decision, so I was a little whatever. I had something on it. But I wanted to see Jingliang win, and I thought he did win. So really sucks because Jingliang, of everybody that fought last night, he's the guy that, well, Kevin Holland gave up the most odds-wise, but Jingliang fought a guy that was heavier than him, weighed in 10 pounds heavier the day before, and was fighting a guy that was, again, a much more difficult matchup. Lee went from being a minus 270 favorite to a plus 130 underdog on a day's notice. Still gave a very valiant effort. I think his stock only went up. It just would have been really cool to see him get the victory because that would have been what he needed there to walk out the hero that he is or whatever. I don't know. But D-Rod still, this even if he lost this fight, it would have been another one where he wasn't really exactly dominated. He's Daniel Rodriguez is a very good fighter. Very good fighter. His record is very pretty. Again, that split decision loss, I think it was split to Nicholas Dalby, could have gone either way. That was one where a lot of people feel more inclined that he won. I thought he lost it, but still, whatever. And now from here, assuming this carries all the weight it should at welterweight, despite it being at catchweight or whatever, Daniel Rodriguez gets a high-profile fight from here. He could main event a fight night, in my opinion, with a victory like this, even though, I thought he lost. But that guy, there's no more being the quiet killer. From here, he's got a high profile, and he was going to have a fight with Kevin Holland, which would have been exciting. Maybe they just do that. I don't know. Maybe he fights Kevin Holland. But either way, Daniel Rodriguez, he probably shouldn't fight Kevin Holland because he's getting closer and closer to a title shot. Everything he does should be at 170. Hopefully the UFC grants him some gifts here for taking this 180 fight on 2 weeks' notice and whatever. They have to know that he's a guy who's driving towards one thing, which is the welterweight title. So I don't know who he'll fight next, but the guy is an awesome fighter. I thought he lost and whatever, but he was still dealing well with Jingliang and still in there. Obviously, in the end, round 3, I thought he was the fresher fighter or fighting a little better in the very end. And there is always that last man standing aspect of it, where you can walk away with a moral victory at the very least, like Joaquin Buckley, but he walked away with a legitimate victory. And beating Jingliang, especially beating him on the feet, is a very nice feather in your cap. Jingliang, he's the most dangerous striker, as I said, or puncher at welterweight. And he landed a lot on D-Rod. D-Rod was a guy coming into the week. I thought he might get knocked out when he was fighting Kevin Holland. And of course, it occurred to me when he fought Jingliang, because I think Lee hits harder. I don't know if he hits exactly harder than Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland hits pretty hard when he's got him teed up from perfect range. But Jingliang absolutely had a chance of knocking him out. And D-Rod's chin showed no sign of weakness at all, which is great for him moving forward because the guy is over 35. I think he is 35 or whatever. But this is his run right now. He's on it right now, and this is the time to have a strong chin and all your faculties and whatever, and make a run for the title. And Lee, I want to say his stock wasn't hurt too badly at all here. And, if you look at his last loss to Khamzat Chimaev, won't be long before everybody's saying, yeah, but that was a loss to that middleweight. So Jingliang still in good shape in the welterweight division, and he's a hero to the fans and the UFC. So he can get a little picky and choosy, hopefully, and I'm assuming he's definitely worthy, much like D-Rod, of a big fight next. No matter what, unless he's on a stacked pay-per-view or whatever, or any pay-per-view main card, I should say, he can be the co-main event, if not the main event of a fight night event. So, I want to see these guys that have higher profile fights become stars. And those are two guys I would be fine with as a fan who watches everything and whatever. I'd be fine with them headlining a fight night event. I'd love to see both of them in a 5-round fight anyway. So good third fight from the top. It was very competitive. Not the most exciting. I wanted to see more action, knockdowns, and whatever. I want to see people hurt, just to be honest. It's kind of sociopath I am, but still, we got to see a fight with two top welterweights, and it was very competitive. All right. I'm going to be talking about Irene Aldana versus Macy Chiasson next. Fucking insane. Like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit.